It's time for your career tip of the day, and today's career tip is be risk-based. Be risk-based means that one of the big mistakes people make is they're so focused on opportunities that they don't pay attention to what your big risks are. And being successful in business over the long term is more about managing your risks than managing your opportunities. So when you look at your career and you want to manage your career successfully over the next 5 years, sit down and write down what are the 3 biggest risks to my career. And naturally, when you start to manage your career, you'll look at what are my biggest opportunities, what are my opportunities to get promoted, what are my opportunities to maximize my wealth creation opportunities, what are my opportunities to maximize my market equity. These are all natural dialogues. This is a narrative that should be taking place anyway. What's maybe a bit more unnatural for some people, not all, but for some, is really looking on the negative side. What are the bad things that can happen? What are the big risks that I might face? One is becoming obsolete, becoming redundant. What happens if my company, doesn't make it in the long run? What are you going to do? What are your contingency plans? And that could be a lifesaver. And then once you identify what your 3 biggest risks are, then what are you going to do to mitigate those? And more so if you're running a business. If you're running a business, what are some of your core risks? Your core risks usually is client attrition, if your clients leave you, or employee attrition. When your staff leave, they leave usually with your clients. So you probably don't. What can you do to reduce your employee attrition and your client attrition? And once you start to just identify those risks and put in some basic mitigations, when you hit a crisis or you come into a black swan event, you are much better prepared to deal with it than someone who has not been risk-based. So your career tip of the day is be risk-based. If you feel like you need some more help with this, go to our website, purchase our VIP package. Let's start working together. It's time to own your career.